Hey, today I want to talk about some book recommendations I have for anyone interested in getting started in the study of religion. So, first off, I have The Bible with and Without Jesus by Amy Jill Levine and Mark Brettler. And this looks at how Jews and Christians interpret the same biblical passages with very different lenses and come to very different conclusions. AJ Levine is a New Testament scholar, Mark Brettler is a Hebrew Bible scholar, and I recommend any work by either of them. Next work, we have The Supernatural by Whitley Strieber and Jeffrey Kripal. Whitley Strieber works with UFOs and aliens and that type of things, while Jeffrey Kripal is a professor of religious studies. This is by far the weirdest book in religious studies that I've ever read. So if you're interested in that kind of weird stuff, this might be for you. Next up, we have When God Talks Back by Tanya Luhrmann. This analyzes evangelical charismatic Christians from around 2010. Christianity has changed a little bit since then, but this book still stands up and is probably one of the best books about Christianity that I've read from the past 20 years. She looks at Christianity from a cultural anthropologist perspective, and I think it's a fantastic book that everyone interested in Christianity should read. Next up, we have Who Wrote the Bible by Richard Elliott Friedman. If you're interested in source criticism or figuring out who wrote the Bible, especially how the Torah or Pentateuch was composed, I recommend this. Scholarship has shifted a little bit since this book came out, just a little, but this still outlines the baseline and gets all the important things across, and is a fantastic introduction. It's very readable, very entertaining. I highly recommend this by Richard Elliott Friedman. And finally, I have Buddha by Karen Armstrong. Really, I recommend anything by Karen Armstrong if you want to get introduced to something. If you're unfamiliar with a religion or something, start with Karen Armstrong. She's not the most accessible. Sometimes it can get a little boring, but she's a top scholar, and you can trust what she has to say about any new religious movement that you may not be familiar with.